The other added boost of confidence, in addition to what we're talking about and being just generally relieved and taking all that air and all that pressure out of the room that was there with the speculation concerning their head coach and that being behind them, is this is not, in Nebraska's eyes, Oklahoma playoff contender every year, us 3-9 team. This looks like a daunting task. They've been on the field with these guys. They were just on the field with them last year on the road, and it was a fairly close game. By the indication of the score, it was an extremely close game. It was a one-score game. Now, having watched the game, I think that Oklahoma was clearly the better team, but because of circumstances and the way the game played out, Nebraska stayed in the game. So, and then on top of that, they've got a quarterback who threw 5 touchdowns against this team last year. So you would think that that would add to the level of confidence.
Yeah, no, I think you absolutely would have confidence coming into this game. To your point on how they played, and maybe if you're, if you're scoreboard watching to a certain extent, and you look at, with 1 minute to go in the first half, Kent State's up on Oklahoma 3-0, or 2 minutes to go, I should say. So I think maybe you have some optimism as far as that goes. And yeah, when you put everything in perspective with with how Casey Thompson played against Oklahoma last year, and in those types of things, and how close the game was, then yeah, you've got some confidence coming into this game. And I think also what you have confidence in this year is the Nebraska offense is performed fairly well, right? I mean, they've been inconsistent, but they've had moments where they've been pretty solid, offensively. And you've got good talent when you look at Casey Thompson, then when you look at Anthony Grant from a running back perspective, and then Trey Palmer is your primary wide receiver outside for Nebraska, and you've got. Then you've got that interesting matchup between Mark Whipple and Brent Venables, which they both know each other, fairly well. So I think that's going to be the most interesting, I think, aspect of this game is Nebraska's offense against Oklahoma's improved defense.
Yeah, I didn't even take it that next step to relate what you just pointed out. Mark Whipple, offensive coordinator at Pitt last year, Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables. They matched up in the regular season last year, and Pitt won the ball game at home, I believe, 27-17, if memory serves me right. And but they, it's only been a one season removed since a Venables Whipple matchup.